Saturday morning to you guys. How's it going? Welcome to the Gym of All Trades channel. This is a Saturday morning live stream. I didn't get a video out yesterday, so I wanted to take care of you today. So let me see if I can find you guys in the chat, and we'll get started. See if we can guys give you a little bit of wave action here, what we can expect, and then we'll go from there. Can't spend too long today, but maybe the next little while. If you're around, let me know you're here. That'd be great. All right. Ta-da. How's it going, WEA? How's it going? And then 11 of you are around, maybe on your phones or something. All right. I just want to make sure I got everybody. You got good audio and video? Turn the gain up a little bit. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin. We'll take a peek at Litecoin and Ethereum, the big three, as I call them, and we'll go from there. What's up, Eric? What's up, Brentley? How are y'all doing? What's up, Twins Records? How's it going? Nibbler, hey. Well, glad you made it, Rage Makers. I don't know how to say that. I hope I did it. Shannon, how are you? Awesome. Glad y'all are here. Glad y'all are here. There's 24 of you around. That's good. Yeah, I was kind of slack yesterday. We had a snow day here, and I just was busy with the kids and with trading myself, and the day kind of got by me. And then before I knew it, it was like 7 or 8 o'clock. Actually, no, it was before I knew it was like 5:30. I had an appointment with a customer and to look at some windows, and by the time I got to the grocery store and got back, cooked dinner for everybody, it was 8 or 8:30. I was like, well, there goes the day. So I just sent the chart out, and then we'll try to update you this morning. So, all right. Ed, all right. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. What's up, Nicholas? How's it going? How's it going? You're Dutch. Nice. Hey, Brentley. All right. Let's look at we got a bunch of people here. Let's get started. There's enough people to do a live and see if we can get the ETA out to y'all guys. So, all right. Looking at Bitcoin right now, can you understand this hodgepodge? Let's zoom out and remind ourselves of what we're looking for here, of what we're looking at. Let's see. And I think I've spent enough time on the videos explaining in my previous videos what the difference between a leading diagonal and an ending diagonal is. But basically, a leading diagonal is always going to be in the position of the A wave, okay, or the one wave, okay. So it leads. It leads a wave system, okay. So if you got a leading diagonal here like that, you're going to get a three-wave pullback, and then we're going up. We're going to continue up. And that could be simply an ABC, or that could be a 1, 2, 3, and then get a 4 and then a 5 continuation. So that's what a leading diagonal is. But if it's an ending diagonal, that means it has to finish a system, okay? And the only system this thing can finish here is an expanded flat, which looks like this, okay? Where the C wave, this is A, B, and C, where the C wave finishes in 5 waves always, and it would be an ending diagonal if that's the case. Well, let me see here. Just turn my sound down here. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. There we go. All right. Angie B, what's up? All right, so yeah, that's the difference between an ending diagonal and a leading diagonal. Okay, so those are the implications here. So if it's an ending diagonal, I didn't tell you the implications of an ending. So if it's an ending system here, if it's finished, then that means we're going down from there. Okay, if it's a leading diagonal, that means it's just the first wave of a system, and so we're going to get a pullback, and then we're going up. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for here. The only other system the only other scenario I can see here is that this is some kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be 5, and then we're going to get a big pullback, a three-wave pullback, down to the 50 to 61% level, and then we go up from there. So that's the only other bull scenario that I'm seeing. So those are my 3 scenarios that I see that are on the table right now. Just wanted to review that with you so you had a larger context here. In the larger context here, I still believe that we need to finish the WXYZ, W, X, Y, X, and Z, and this Z wave is a 3-wave move, and we're beginning that 3-wave move to the downside, potentially. Now, that may be wrong, and we always readily admit that, okay, guys? So whenever we're trying to interpret the waves as they're being formed, we understand that the more data that comes in, the more clear the chart becomes. We do our best to take what we have, the information that we have, and project what's going to come when we can only look at the likely scenarios, but, at the end of the day, there's just no way we can know until it plays out, right? So what I'm trying to do on this channel is every day kind of take the structures that the most recent structures that have been given, and then give you the potential wave paths that could come, so you can at least be prepared for them and prepare trades by them. Okay, that's what you're getting on the channel. That's what I'm trying to do for any of you that know. So anyone that says, is trying to say, well, Elliott wave doesn't work. Well, sure it works. Because I can tell you the scenarios. I just can't tell you which one's going to happen until they begin playing out. Nobody can tell the future. There's nobody in TA that's going to tell you where price can go. If there is, stop listening to me. Listen to that guy, and then everybody should be listening to that person. And there's just nobody that can do that, and everybody knows that. But I don't know, guys. The snide comments that have been coming in on a regular basis is just like, oh, golly, they're just kind of wearing on you a little bit. So, all right, so that's the big picture. That's what we're looking at. That's the overall structures that I'm seeing. So there's 3 scenarios. We got 1 bearish scenario and 2 bullish scenarios. Okay. All right, now which one's more likely? I'm still going to call this a diagonal until it's not a diagonal. And in other words, until it invalidates itself. GL, thank you. I appreciate that, man. And I'm not trying to be a whiny. I'm not a whiner. I don't know. I just try to operate on kindness, and I expect others to do the same. And this world just isn't kind naturally. That's why we need Jesus, the most kind person in the universe, right there. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Marius, what's up? Okay, let's zoom in here and let's look at the wave structure here. What I believe we have going on, y'all, is could be, possibly, maybe, until it's invalidated, a leading diagonal, okay? So, there's 2 ways to look at this. Let me just show you the 2 ways that I can see that wave, okay? First, I guess let's talk about the leading diagonal since I got the numbers there. Could have a leading diagonal here where we've got a 1, a 2, 3, 4. Now we're waiting for this 5th wave to finish, which we should expect it to be a 3-wave move, something like this. Boom, 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 like that. You're going to come down to the 8100 to the 8050 region. The 8050 region, guys, is the 50% retrace. I would imagine that would be a nice place for this thing to finish off. 80-50, but 81 might be it. It might front run that target of 80-50. That's one of my targets right there. So, but if I put a retrace tool on this entire move here, guys, you can see that the 50%. Oh, I know where the 80-50 came from. Yeah, never mind. Let me say it a different way. Sorry. I forget where my targets come from sometimes. The 80-50 comes from the 1-to-1 extension of the 1 wave. Yeah, there it is, right there. So you got 80-50 right down here. It's a 1-to-1 extension of this 1-2 wave. Okay, so that's where the 80-50 comes from. So that wouldn't be a bad target there, but not necessary that it hits it. Let's throw the retrace on it and see what that pulls us to. You get lost in your numbers, guys. I do. Hey, Cy Hall, how's it going? All right. Yeah, so the 50% retrace is sitting here at the 78.21. I don't think we're going to make it down in this move. There's a possibility, and I'll tell it to you in just a second, okay? Um, so, anyway, I don't think if this is a leading diagonal to the downside, I don't think we're going to make it in this move. We're going to have to come back up for a three-wave move before we go down any further. So that's what I'm looking for right now. If this is a leading diagonal, that again, my hypothesis may be incorrect. My interpretation may be incorrect, and this isn't a leading diagonal. But best I can tell, looks really much like one. Again, waiting for a three-wave move right here. So waiting for this fifth wave to have a three-wave move to finish out. The trend line down here is going to be somewhere close to 81.20. Depending on how long it takes to 8100, could wick through it, the bottom of it. So, we can't be certain that that's what's going to happen, but certainly that is something that I think you ought to be aware of and watching for your trades. I'm most likely going to trade this to the upside. Okay. I think I'd like to trade that to the upside. So I'm going to wait for one more hit to the low. I'm going to watch. To make sure we have a fizzling out of price. I'm going to watch the RSI there as well. I'd love to see some divergence. That would be really neat, but we don't have to have divergence, but I'd love to see it. That would give me some confirmation. But I would like to see an oversold condition in the RSI down here. I would like to see some divergence down there at the end of that, and I'm going to trade this wave to the upside. Okay, and so once I trade that, I'm just going to be looking for three waves to the upside. But I'm going to be watching how this wave forms. Okay, I want to pay attention to how this wave forms because we could be getting the fifth wave scenario. Because the other way to interpret this, guys, rather than saying that this is a leading diagonal to the downside, we could interpret this as a simple ABC correction right here. A, B, and C right there. This was the fourth wave of C. We're waiting for the fifth wave to continue. Either way, guys, that puts us going up after this next move to the downside. So there's two scenarios right there, guys, where you have one more push to the downside, and then we expect a reversal. That's probably going to go from let's just say 81.20 to, let's just say, ballpark 8,700. Okay, so there's a $600 move that we could trade right there, guys. So I'm going to be looking to try to trade that for sure. So I'm going to be looking for entry on a hit to the low. I'd like to see that hit to the low today. That'd be fantastic. So let me zoom in a little bit closer and show you how I would count that as an ABC. Okay, so we'd have a 5-wave here in the A. We got a 3-wave flat in the B. And then the C wave, we need 5 waves, and the way I would count those 5 waves would be like so. We got 1, 2, all this is 3 right to here. We got an expanded flat 4, and then we got going to get a fifth wave down to the downside. So it might go a little lower if it's a C wave. Hold on one second. All right, asking my daughter to bring me some coffee. So, I didn't check the email. She's saying, I'm sorry, I missed that. I missed your email. That you sent. If you sent it today, I missed it. Sorry about that. Thank you. Coffee and charts in the morning. Hey, could I have a napkin, honey? Or no, that's okay.
We don't have napkins.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's a C wave, we're looking for 5 waves to finish, and then so I need to see 5 waves here. Again, it's going to put us, in the $8,000 region, 8,000 to 8,050 maybe, but it might come lower if that's an ABC. Now, if that's an ABC, guys, what are the implications of that? Well, we're going to have an up move, okay? An up move that's going to retrace at least 50%. Now, if this ABC is just the 4th wave of what we're talking about, if it's just the 4th wave, then that means, guys, we're going to be going up for the 5th wave, and that's why I want to take this long here in case we're going to get that 5th wave scenario, okay? Because I've got 3 scenarios that tell us we're going to probably have a bounce here somewhere in the 8,000 to 81. I believe. I can talk about one other scenario. Guys, I can talk about a million scenarios, wave shapes, to be honest with you. But again, I'm just talking high probabilities, okay? but I've got a couple more that have us going straight down from here as well. And I'll show you that one as well. It's an ultra bearish count. So we'll talk about that in just a minute. I don't think it's likely, but we could get it. We could certainly get it. Okay. So anyway, I'd like to take this up and get a nice three-wave pullback. That's what I'm looking at first. We could get that fifth wave to the upside, like I shared at the beginning of the live stream, where it could go up higher than this, make a new high. That'd be a great trade. It'd be a fantastic trade. Or guys, this could be the three-wave pullback of this entire wave, and we could be going to the moon. I don't think that's the case, but I'm just saying that there's three good reasons, three good high probability counts to say that if we get another hit to the low here between today and tomorrow, that it's going to be good for a long, potentially a good long, at least for either a short-term scalp kind of trade that's going to be $500 or $600 move, or a longer-term wave. We'll have to wait and see what that looks like. But I see some really good possibility for a long here. Okay, so that's why I'm thinking long right now, and I'm going to be now. I don't just jump into longs. I don't just set that up and say, okay, I'm going long at this price. What I personally do is I have those scenarios in my mind, and then I watch price action, and I say, okay, what's the wave shape telling me? What's the wave shape telling me, and what's price action telling me? What's the price action telling me is most high probability? Okay, so to recap here, just the possibilities. We could have a leading diagonal. Let me get the wave on this so I can move it. So we could have a leading diagonal here. I really like that as an idea there, where we could just come on down, one more hit to the low, take it long for a three-wave pullback, and then we're going short again. Okay, or if it's not a leading diagonal, then it's an ABC, most likely. Okay, where you just have an ABC, a three-wave pullback. There's a couple things that could happen even with an ABC. Could get an ABC and then another ABC to the downside. So that's another way it could be looking as well. In other words, this could be a W, this ABC, ABC, and then you get another ABC. And what that would be is a WXY when you get a double zigzag like that. That's just a complex correction. Okay, so that's another possibility as well. And you can see how I have that marked on my chart. Okay, I have this construct here. Made right now. I just have it in the form of a zigzag, a larger zigzag. This is a 5-3-5. But if it turns out to be an ABC, and that's an ABC, then we would expect this to come down in ABC fashion as well. All right, and so that would be super helpful. So once this wave is finished, we'll know what we have in our hands, and we'll be able to project what this wave is going to be. But guys, we have a high probability that we're going to be going down. But in the short term, short term, we're going to have a hit to the low, most likely. I'd like to see that finish out. And then I'm going to be looking for some kind of a pullback. Whether it's a larger wave to the upside, making a new high for a fifth wave before we get a larger pullback, or whether it's just an ABC to the upside. I've got two scenarios that need the ABC to the upside regardless. I've got a lot of waves. Now, let me tell you the ultra bearish count, guys. So I've given you some bull scenarios, guys. Let me give you some bear scenarios now. Now this is the ultra bearish count. I'm not an ultra bear. I'm just telling you like I see it. Okay. What the structure could be is a 1-2-1-2. Shared this in previous videos. Okay. Let me show you what it could be. Right now, we could have a 1 and a 2 wave, okay? Now, what we expect is a 3 wave after that to come down. Okay? And what you have here, then, is a 1 wave followed by a 2 wave of the third wave. And then now we're working on the third wave of the third wave. And so this is what you'd expect. This is the downside, guys. That if we get continuation from here to the downside, then this is what we're looking at. We're looking at a 1-2-1-2. Okay, and that's very bearish, okay, because that's going to be putting us pretty low here for sure. So that's going to give us a 5-wave move to the downside, and it's probably going to even be deeper than this. It's going to get us down here over time. It's going to go pretty deep. Now, I don't think that's super likely based on the wave shape, but it's possible. And there's something else I might not be seeing, guys. That it could be. I'm just letting you know that is a possibility. So just covering all the bases. That's what I do for myself when I'm trading. I just try to cover all the bases and plan the trade the best I can. If I don't get the trade I'm looking for, I don't take it. Like for instance, yesterday we got this pump right here. Okay, before I was expecting another hit to the low, okay? But we got a pump instead. I was expecting this to come on down some more. It didn't come down. And so I didn't chase that trade. Everybody, I imagine there was a little bit of a FOMO yesterday in the trading group sentiment that people were thinking, oh no, how do I get into this thing? I'm looking to get into this. Did I miss it? Where can I get in? And I just told everybody, listen, for me, my criteria to enter didn't come because it didn't hit my target. And I don't chase trades. I don't chase those green candles, okay? And let me just tell you why. Because of this, okay? Oh, not that. Because of that right there. That's why I don't chase candles, guys. That's why I don't chase trades. Because this was actually a flat, is what that was right there. And we talked about that yesterday. One of our traders in our group has been learning alongside of us. He recognized it, and he's the first one to mention it. I was like, oh yeah. Why didn't I see that? And so, yeah, he saw that flat. I was like, yep, there it is right there. So let me tell you that, the identification of a flat, just so you know, a flat is a 3-wave move, boom, 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 followed by a 3-wave move that breaks the low. This is an expanded flat, I should say. Okay, it breaks the low of the previous, so it makes you think it's going lower, and then it shoots straight up really fast. Okay, that's kind of what it does. You get an impulse to the upside. That's the C wave. So you get an A, a B, and a C like that, and that's an expanded flat, and they are all over this market. And so that's what I believe that structure was right there, was an expanded flat. Okay, and now we're getting our final wave to the downside. Now this could come on up here before it goes down, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens to it. Let's see here. Marius, how high will it go up? I was just throwing out numbers, man. Let me. What you need to do once we get that reversal and we're in our trade, then we can project. All we do is just throw the retrace tool on that guy all the way to the bottom, and I don't know where that bottom is right now. So right now, if it came up to the 50% mark, we'd be looking at 86.70. But right here, we got this nice liquidity zone here. So between 86.70 and 87.94, in that ballpark would be a fine target if we get a 3-wave pullback from this region right here. This would be an ideal area right there. Could go as deep as 89.71. Got some liquidity zone right here to kind of match up with that. So anyway, it's hard to tell. It's hard to project that until this wave is finished because I don't know where it's going to come down. But then you just take your retrace tool and just measure 50 to 61%, and that'll give you a ballpark at least to be watching for those areas. Okay. All right. Let's see on Dragonfly. Oh, okay. You're answering Milos. What would be the confirmation of the down move you're talking about? If we go straight down from here and we break out of this, see this trend line right here, right there. If we break out of this trend line to the downside substantially, I'm talking impulse, guys. I'm talking an impulse because this will be the 3rd wave. Okay. If you see a move that kind of impulses down beyond this region, then this leading diagonal was not a leading diagonal at all. Okay, so that's what you'd be looking for to confirm a down move. That ultra bearish scenario that I was talking about. I can't read Chinese. I'm so sorry. And I don't have time to put it in Google Translate. But if you could put it in Google Translate and then paste it, so just go to Google Translator, go from Chinese or whatever language that is, I think it's Chinese, over to English and then paste it in. That'll really help me here because I don't have time to do that. Or if anybody else has time to do that for him, that would be fantastic. Let's see, bullish divergence on the 1 hour and under signaled that spike up. There was bullish divergence, and you often get that bullish divergence. You see it right there. But you often get that bullish divergence with, what do you call it? With expanded flats. You generally get that divergence with the expanded flats. Now, here's the thing you got to be careful about with divergence, guys. You didn't know it was divergence until this candle right there, that big candle, and it was pretty much too late. Why didn't you know it was divergence? Because this could have come on down low and made a lower low. Okay, but it didn't, but it could have. Okay, and so that divergence can always be wiped out. So watch out for that. But use divergence; it's definitely helpful. But just make sure that you're just being. But this did come down to the oversold region, and we did have the divergence. So that spike up was a pretty high probability. I was sleeping, so I didn't chase it. I just I don't worry about missing Bitcoin moves, guys. To be honest with you, I trade the Forex. There's moves every day. If I miss a Bitcoin move, I miss a Bitcoin move. I don't care. But some of you guys are freaking out, because this is the only market you trade, and Bitcoin likes to run away from you, and you get in a FOMO mindset. And so I get it, but you gotta have to train yourself out of that. Hey, James Bond, what's up? Let's see. Traded KR 0.5 normal wedge break. Yep. Breaking close below. There we go. Good. Oh, well, I'm great. Thanks for asking. What's his name? Can you read his name? Anybody that can read? What's ETC? What is you talking Ethereum, or is ETC something else? What is ETC? ETC something else, isn't it? Let's see here. Duplicate. Yeah, I'll look at ETC shortly. Let me look at LTC first, and then I'll look at Ethereum next, because Eric is here, and he's a big LTC guy. I'm a big LTC guy, though, but I've been focusing on Bitcoin for a while now. All right, let's look at LTC. I've kind of given you the scenarios for Bitcoin. That's what I'm looking at. I'd really like to see that down move today first. I didn't talk about invalidation. If we don't get this down move and we just go up from here, guys, then what we probably have is, instead of an expanded flat, which I don't see how to interpret that any other way personally. But if for some ungodly reason it wants to come on up here, guys, what we're dealing with, and I really don't know, because that's an impulse right there. So I really don't know how it. I don't see this as likely. Let me just say this, for it to come up here. But if it does, then what we've got is some kind of a three-wave move. We're going to get another three-wave move, and then we should expect probably another three-wave move to the downside. That's my take on that. Or this would be a 1, 2, 3. It's just awful small 1, right? Awful small. It's not going to get us up very high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. That would be. That's as high as that thing would get. Just drawing a simple wave structure there. Maybe. So that might give us the fifth wave we're looking at. Maybe. So if it comes on up, we're going to have to reinterpret this. But right now, my interpretation of that is an expanded flat. Okay? All right. So let me just talk about that just for a second. When I tell you my interpretation of that, Elliott wave theory is a fantastic theory. The problem with it is my ability to interpret what is actually here. Because sometimes, again, interpreting the waves as they're being made is quite challenging, right? And so sometimes I think, well, that looks like this, and that looks like this. And so I just try to be ready for all scenarios, if it's that. Because I can tell you how many times, guys, that I've said, this is definitely an impulse. And then it's not. I'll just give you a prime example. I thought that was an impulse right there, but it wasn't, because it's a three-wave, okay? And here's the three-wave right there. But I interpreted that as an impulse as it was coming down. And I was expecting it to come to this region and then come on back down, but it didn't, okay? Had this been an impulse, it would have had to done this and then back down, okay? So that's an example where my interpretation skills are the problem. It's not Elliott wave theory. It's the interpreter, right? And that doesn't mean, we throw it out, we throw the theory out. It just means that we have to learn to be good interpreters of the market. And you need to find Ellioticians who are good interpreters of the market. I'd like to say I'm pretty decent at it, for sure. I have a pretty decent track record. I've missed a couple of moves. They are what they are. But I do pretty well. Yeah, yep, Sebastian, we already talked about that scenario for sure. For sure. Okay, so yeah, if it comes out of this wedge to the upside right now, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that personally. It would have to be some kind of ABC. And then, yeah, I don't see it. I think we need to come down. One more hit. Come on down, Bitcoin. All right, let's look at Litecoin. Okay, Litecoin is a trickster. I'll tell you what, it really is. What I'm seeing right off the bat, what's hard about Litecoin is, and I'll just tell you, this is what I see: a 3-wave structure here, a 3-wave structure here, and then I see a 5-wave here, and I was just like, what in the world? So, what is that right there? What is that right there? Certainly looks like a 3-wave structure to me. So, but I could be incorrect. Now, when I put the fibs on that guy and measure the 1 wave right here, I'm going to go down to a smaller time frame here and see it. Just analyze that first wave. Okay, right there. Could have a 5-wave move here. Okay, I don't like it, and I don't think it measures beautifully. Yeah, it doesn't measure beautifully at all. Yeah. Here's a possibility of interpretation of that wave here. This could be an expanding. This is quite possible here, guys. No, I should do that. Where this is, I don't know, 1 expanding diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the 1 wave. I don't like it. There's a double bottom, but it is what it is. And then we got an ABC to the upside here. Trying to draw it. ABC like that. And then we got a 5-wave move, 3-wave move. So this is a 1, 2, 1, 2 like that. That's a possibility. That's a way to make sense of that wave, okay? That is a way to make sense of that junk. But the problem I have is come on. This looks like a 3-wave move, a 3-wave move, and then a 5-wave move. So that would be a flat. I don't know if that comes up to 90% or not, though. It comes up close enough. So that could be a flat to start it out. Another kind of flat to start it to be the second wave. But now what am I getting? I mean, I'm getting this looks like a 5-wave structure right here, guys. And so what am I mean, if I got a 3-wave followed by a 3-wave, by Elliott wave rules, I'm expecting a 3-wave. Okay, and that would be a W, X, and a Y. Okay, that's what I'd be expecting. Is that what I'm getting? So I'll just be honest with you. LTC count is really a conundrum because of all that crap right there. Okay, now what if I just say, I don't know what all that is, but I'm just going to call that a 1 and a 2. And there's times when I do that, okay? Or I call that an A and a B, and I'm looking for the C wave. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm getting the 5th wave? Possibly. And that would be an A, B, and a C. Could be. It just could be. So LTC is a conundrum to me. Okay, it's just really all messed up. So if I put the fibs on that guy just to look at it, we've hit the 1-to-1 extension. Their next target would be $49. The last target would be $46.44 to the downside. So I would be looking for targets down here to the 127 extension or the 1618 extension. Okay, those are the next two fibs that we'd be watching for. Okay, something like that. So that would be an A, a B, or actually that would be a W. See, that would be a WXY. Because that would be a 3-wave. That would have to be a W. That's a 3-wave. That's an X. I'd have to have a 3-wave. So if that's the 3-wave, then we're going to probably come down a lot further like that to the $46 mark. That's a tough one. That is really tough, guys. So hard to see what that wave is, guys. But I would be watching 49, I'd be watching 46, and watching it in confluence with Bitcoin, okay? Watch it in confluence with Bitcoin. And then let me show you the bull count of that. I've got some kind of an expanding diagonal here. Is at 1, 2. And then we got a 1, 2. And then we're getting another 1, 2. And that's like a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's really ultra bearish. That's the ultra bearish count. That's perma bear right there. The perma bear count. Okay? I like to go back and see if there's been any past history of where the wave shape has looked very similar. And I'll just be honest with you guys. I mean, just look at this wave shape right here. Look at that wave shape as compared to what we're getting here. Good possibility here, guys, that this is, kind of ultra bearish, okay? So be careful, guys. I mean, there is an ultra bearish look on this sucker, okay? Be very careful. This isn't, you see the diagonal that I've drawn here, it's not a diagonal because it didn't finish. Okay, it didn't finish its move. It didn't have 5 waves, it only had 3 waves there. So I was expecting it to come on down one more hit and then up, and it didn't do it. So I don't know how to draw that. That's just kind of an old drawing there. You can see that we've hit the $64 region right there. All the structure right there. Lots of resistance right there. That's why we hit. Okay, so if this is an impulse to the upside, then the other option here, guys, is I was trying to look at this as a bullish reversal here. I was trying to look at it that way. So let me talk about the ultra bull count here. That we've got a 1, a 2, all that's 3. This is 4, guys. We're heading up for 5. And once that 5 is finished, then we'll be coming down for 3. Or this is 1, 2. This is 3, 4, and 5. It's finished. Getting a 3-wave move. Okay, to the downside, which could be finished, and then we're ultra bull. Okay, so I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing that right now. This doesn't look complete to me, and the structure doesn't look right to me. So I'm just sharing with you my difficulties, and I'm just doing TA out loud with you guys about wave structure. Again, I use a lot of other techniques, guys, besides Elliott Wave, but on my channel, what I share with you guys is mainly the Elliott Wave structures. You guys can get support and resistance from Crown's channel or every other TA guy on YouTube is going to give you support and resistance. They're going to give you RSI. They're going to give you EMAs and moving averages. I'm just not trying to duplicate everything everybody else is doing. You can do that on your own, and you can get it from other channels. What I'm doing is trying to fill in the gaps, okay? And the gap is nobody deals with wave structure to give anybody an inclination about where price is headed, okay? And so because of that, you're going to get that. You need to have wave structure analysis because it is proven over and over and over again that if you can understand the previous wave structure with some certainty, you can know which direction price is going, okay? And so what I'm trying to do is analyze that wave structure for you. And I didn't do any prep work here for LTC, really. I didn't do any prep work much at all. I just jumped online and said, let's just do it live. A lot of people like that so they can get my thoughts on how I think. But anyway, just understand that that's what I'm doing here. I'm filling in the gaps on my channel for people that don't understand wave structure and Elliott wave. And I use Elliott wave to understand that wave structure, okay? There's also Gann theory, which is very good. It helps with the wave structure. And then, but for me, Elliott wave is the best. But it's what I know. I don't know Gann theory, but we'll learn it eventually. All right, let's see. All right, ETC, XTZ, we'll look at them. Dragonfly, let me interpret your question here. Why can't it be a 335? Okay, this one up here could be a 335 right here, right? We could have a 3, 3, and a 5 right there. But remember, the only way you can have a 335 other than that is in a flat correction, okay? So this cannot be a 3, 3, and 5 because this doesn't come up to 90%, okay? In other words, the only way you can have a 335, that's when you have a flat correction, okay? This would be a flat in this scenario, okay? Where the B wave comes up 90% at least of the A wave, okay? So yeah, that's why this can't be 335. It's not allowed to be, okay? It doesn't make that shape. So that would be the answer for that. Let's see. What's up, iGuy? How's it going, man? Does that answer your question, Carrie? Does that make sense to you? Let's see. Yeah, the top is questionable. I'm not sure that comes up to 90%, but for me, it's close enough. It could be. To me, it's close enough. It's probably a flat, right? So that's possible. But again, if that's the case, let's see. It comes up and tags the 883. It doesn't hit 90%. So technically, in the technical rules of things, that's not a flat. This would have to be some kind of a 5-wave move. Okay. I personally like it better. It makes more sense to me with this being some kind of a leading, expanding diagonal here. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C up. And then we get 1, 2 like that. So that's a 1, 2, 1, 2. That makes more sense to me out of everything that I've shown you. And that's ultra bearish. That's very bearish. But even if we count that as a flat, as a 3-wave move, though, what I'm constrained to do then is that this last wave has to be 3 waves. It must be. So in other words, this is a 3-wave, a 3-wave, and now we have to have a 3-wave. And this doesn't seem like it's forming a 3-wave. It looks more impulsive to me. Okay, it looks like an impulse to me. So that's why I'm struggling with this LTC count. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Hey, what's up, K4 Liberty? Yeah, no problem. Glad. Hey, I miss Virginia. Oh, I think you know that I used to be I'm from Chesapeake, right? Been to King's Dominion many, many times in Richmond. So, all right. So there's LTC. So basically, I'm leaning more ultra bearish with LTC's count than I am anything. But I'm on guard for the upside, right? I'm on guard for the high. So I'm going to watch Bitcoin, and then if I wanted to trade personally, if I was trading LTC, which I'm not because I can't short LTC, but if I were, I'd be looking for a short most likely. But that being said, if not, what I would do is I would look at the BTC chart and trade LTC off the BTC because the BTC targets and the wave shape is clearer. So because it's clearer, then it makes more sense. It makes more sense to me to trade LTC from the B. So when BTC reaches its targets, go ahead and trade the LTC because they're going to move at the same time. Okay. Edward Park, where are you from, buddy? I went to Christopher Newport University in Newport News, Virginia, and I used to work in Williamsburg back in the day, and I worked at a French restaurant there called Le Yaka. So that was my olden days there in Chesapeake and Tidewater area. So we've been out of that area since 2004. My parents still live there. My dad and my stepmother still live there. My sisters live there as well. My brother is in Bluefield, Virginia, which is right next to Bluefield, West Virginia. So he's across the state. And I'm 23 hours away, something like that. So, Alexandria, nice. Cool. I love DC. Love DC. I'm a Redskins fan, as you guys probably know, and I'm still in depression over this last season. Hopefully next year. All right, let's look at ETH. I'm losing y'all. All right. ETH. Let's check it out here. As Crown says, Mr. Buterol. Oh, man. Can't watch a whole lot of his channel. He's just filthy mouth. But pretty good at TA, and he looks at the market from a perspective that I like to get as well, so I watch him. That looks a lot more like a diagonal. We got a diagonal shape there. Got a three-wave move here, a three-wave move there. Looks like we're getting couldn't see that as a three-wave, and then so that this could be a diagonal as well. I'll get to ETC, I promise, but I want to get all the majors that I do first done. Maybe that might be Ethereum, which is going a little bit better with Litecoin. Another possibility, guys. Just want to talk. I've been talking about it over many other videos ago, but just watch out for this fractal here. Okay, the last time we had this kind of a run up. Here, see this bullish run up right there? We just got a straight down move, okay? So I have a feeling, guys. I really do have a feeling, just a gut feeling, that we might be in for a kind of one of these moves here soon with Bitcoin and Litecoin. It's going to mess everybody up. So watch out for that. Be on the guard for that. No matter what I've shared already today is looking to the upside. The market does what it wants to, and I'm just talking about potentials, ways to interpret this. If this isn't a diagonal as well as Bitcoin, guys, then all the upside stuff that I've been sharing with you kind of goes out the window. And remember, this could be possibly, just so you remember, I've said it, that this could be a 1-2, 1-2, and this is just going to tank very soon, okay? Could be overnight tonight, whatever. So just be on guard for that. Don't be so bullish in your mindset. Don't be too bearish either, okay? Because you don't want to miss moves that you could make. So you're just going to have to watch. You're going to have to be nimble and watch. Know that there's scenarios out there that are straight down, and you could have a 3-wave up. We could have a 5-wave up, okay? There are different scenarios on the table, and we have to watch price action. Once we get more information, we'll be able to deduce what's going on. And so when those things are happening, I'm generally live with with the Telegram group. And if you need some trading support like that, or want to be in a community where we're talking when the moves are happening, so that we can make trading decisions as a community, then you guys feel free to join the Patreon in the description of this video. That's what the Patreon group's about, just creating a community of traders so you're not alone. And you can, depend on other people and their intuition. We got a group think, and I'm sharing charts, and everybody else is sharing charts, and it's just a good time there. We're sharing our thoughts and what we're doing, and we're all growing and learning together. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, if this isn't a leading diagonal, then it's going to be probably something strong to the downside. So be careful about that, guys. Just be warned about that possibility. All right. Let's go to ETC, because that was the next one. Then we'll look at Tezos. ETC USD there. There we go. Let's look at Coinbase. That should be all right, I suppose. Let's see if we can get some more data here. More data. You know, K4 Liberty, I think you're right. I think the halving high happened, the halving for Litecoin as well as Bitcoin happened at the same time. I agree with you. I'm of that mindset that we already experienced it. It's done. They just got it done at the same time. Because remember, I mean, think about it. If Bitcoin starts pumping again, and then, I mean, everything else has to pump with it. And so all the charts need to be ready to rock. And the question is, are they? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, let's see what's going on with ETC. That's a nice rounded bottom there. Pretty much a double bottom there. This could be, just so you're aware, this could be just a large flat. Okay? It could just be a large. There's log scale. If that's a flat. So this is why, by the way, let's talk about double bottoms, okay? When you have a flat correction, you get a three-wave move that goes to the upside. You get another three-wave move that goes to the downside, and it comes back down to the level of the previous, okay? And so a lot of people see that, and they say, ooh, that's a double bottom, and then it does this big reversal wave like that. And this is the formation of a flat. Okay, and everybody's thinking, oh, see, look, we got a double bottom, we got divergence, we got a reversal wave. Okay, but the problem with that, and you guys have to learn this about flats, is that what that does is it's two fake outs back to back. First off, it'll come all the way down to the bin. People think it's going to go lower, and it doesn't. And then it reverses really, really fast as an impulse. People think, okay, we got a bottom, and everybody gets bullish, and then it tanks. Okay, and that's what flats do over and over and over again in the market. Y'all have to know that. You have to learn that. You have to see that. Okay, we just got that yesterday with. I mean, look. Let me just show you. We just got that structure. Let me go down to the 10-minute so you can see it. Okay, I mean, watch. See that three-wave move right there? That's a flat in and of itself. Then you got another three-wave move right here, okay? Well, it's a WXY pretty much. Three-wave move right there, you see it? So that's a three-wave and a three-wave, and then you got a straight-up move, and then it all came back, okay? Because this is a flat, and that messes everybody up. Everybody thinks it's going to go lower, okay? And then it goes straight up, and now everybody's getting bullish. And what does it do? It comes back down, okay? So that's kind of a flat structure, guys. So you just got to understand how flats operate. They're all over this market, all over, okay? The biggest and most notorious flat that we've had up to this point is right here. We've talked about this so many times in my videos, but there's a three-wave move right there. A three-wave move, it breaks the low right here. Everybody thinks it's going lower and they're bearish. Okay, you're going to get a little bit of a pullback and continuation. And what does it do? It actually just goes and straight up. And everybody's bull, right? And then what does it do? Tanks. Okay, I mean, that's what it does. Let me show you some more flats. So y'all, those of you who haven't been around a while, you can see this is a structure that you will see over and over and over in the market. Let me show it to you. Okay, see it right here? You see the flat right here? See it? Do you see it, boys and girls? Okay. Three-wave move. Three-wave move. Straight up. Tanks. Okay. There's your flat. This is an expanded, that's a running flat. Because the C didn't make it up higher than the A wave. Okay. You had a leading diagonal right here. Boom. Done. Three-wave pullback. Okay. Okay. Gone. Actually, it's more like this. Leading diagonal. 3-wave pullback as a flat. Tanks. Let me show you another flat in the market. Come on. So a flat is a 3-3-5. Okay, that's the structure. Here it is. 3 waves, 3 waves, 5 waves. Oh, everybody's getting bullish here. I remember it. What did we get? Got all that. Okay, so everybody's getting bullish. This is going up. I mean, shoot, we went from 9,300 to almost 11,000. That's a $1,700 move almost. Everybody's getting excited. Oh, we got a reversal. This is exciting. And then what does it do? It just continues down. Okay, so we get that over and over and over. Guys, listen. This to me is just a big elaborate flat to me. That's the way I'm looking at this. Okay, 3 wave, 3 wave, 5 wave, boom. It's gonna do this, or shoot. Again, we're getting a leading diagonal here, so we're getting a leader diagonal. We could get a flat and then down. Okay, I mean, any number of things we could get here. But we could get the very same structure that we got right here, happening right here. Very same structure, could be. And if we get it, it's going to look like this. Up, it's going to roll over, up, and down. And that's going to get us down to our 5,500 mark, okay? All right, so you got to realize, so in ETC, guys, I mean, that could be just a big expanded flat. And if that's the case, then the direction is down from here. And that would be basically an ABC of some kind. So don't be fooled by what we call double bottoms. Only if that double bottom ends in a 5th wave, in 5 clear impulse waves, you got 5 clear waves, then call it a double bottom. This could be a diagonal, so it's a possible that that's an ending diagonal. So just to talk, this is very possible. Okay, and if that's the case, that's 5 clear waves, it's finished, okay? And so this is an impulse off of that, could be. I'm not saying it is, I'm just saying it's possible. Okay, and so because that's the case, then what we could have here is what we could be waiting for is just a 3-way pullback to the downside. It's going to come back down, and then we're off to the races. So if Bitcoin starts heading down, you're going to get that in ETC as well. Then we're going to be off to the races. So that's a possibility for ETC. So be aware. But just looking at the RSI with you just very quickly, we are extremely overbought. Okay, we're on the 3-day chart. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart has cooled off. Definitely cooled off. It looks like we've got potentially hidden bullish divergence here on, well, it just depends on which peak I use. But looks like we might get another bull move up to the upside. So we might get this on the 4-hour. This could come on. This has room to come down a little bit more and then up and then down. Okay, so you can see this wedge forming on the RSI here on the 4-hour. Probably going to come down and hit the low one more time, break up out of it for either 3 or 5 waves, make a new high. We get the divergence that we're looking for. Okay, and then we get a tank out of that. That's the way I would look at ETC. Okay, expanded flat as an A wave. Not really. No, Panasarp. I don't think so. I don't think we can have the A wave has to be, needs to be an impulse pretty much. 5 waves, it can be a 3 wave, but if it's a 3 wave, then you're dealing with a WXY. I don't think it can be an expanded flat. It might be able to, but I'm not sure. I have to check that out. Okay, somebody else asked for Tezos. Let's look at Tezos XTZ. Hit BTC is a good. I think it gives you a lot of data there. Let's go to the 3-day chart first. That looks like an impulse off the bottom. We got a 3-wave move. Hard to tell what this is right here. But this is a 3-wave move. There's no doubt about that. It came down to 50%. Almost a 618. Didn't quite make it. Almost got down there, but not quite. Had a reversal off that. So the question on Tezos is, do we get this 3-wave move down? So we got 3, 3, and then 3, or is this a 3-wave correction that's finished? Now we're getting a 1, 2, then we're going to go to the moon from there. Hard to see that one. Hard to see that. I need more data. But right now, in the immediate term, it looks down on the 3-day. If I had to guess. We have hidden. We've got divergence here on the, and we got the down move, but there's more room to go down on the 3-day. Let's go to the daily. Divergence all through that area right there. Got the down move. Got to pull back. It's reset. We'll have to see some continuation there. Have to wait and see if we get continuation or not. Let's go to the 8-hour. Divergence, down move. Technically, this is hidden bullish divergence, but it could be wiped out by a strong move to the downside. So it's not strong. It's not down. I like the hidden bullish divergence when I see it down here in the oversold regions. Yeah, guys, XTZ is I don't know burger, but I would say my bias would be down. My bias would be down. I'd trade it off of Bitcoin, personally. Whenever I don't know, I just trade it off of Bitcoin. All right, let's look at Atom. Started on the 3-day here. Looks like a leading diagonal, kind of. Right off the bat. Best I can tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we're going to be breaking down. I would draw this trend line right here. If we break down out of it, expect a 3-wave pullback. I don't like this personally. I mean, but 3 is not the shortest. So we're okay. I don't like the shape of that, but it certainly looks like a diagonal, even though it's not beautiful. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be breaking down. I see that coming. So Atom looks like it's a short to me on the daily. Yeah, I mean, yeah, watch this trend line. See if it breaks. If it breaks, it's a short all day long. Okay, there's Atom really quick for you. Engine. I'll do Engine against Bitcoin, I suppose, because I don't see it against the U.S. I'll do it against Tether. What do you want it against on Engine, Irish? Tether. Okay, we'll do Tether on Bittrex or HitBit. Hit BTC. All right, there we go. All right. That's a tough one right there. Not a lot of data there. I don't have any context. This looks like an impulse. That looks like a three-wave. Looks like we need to finish this impulse to the downside if I had to guess. I mean, that could be a three-wave, and that I don't think that's an impulse, though. Hard to tell what that is. Would we be going that low? So just first things that jump out. So I don't know. I'm not sure the overall structure. First off, on Engine, I just don't know. I can't be certain. But I got a three-wave thing right here. There's a three-wave, and that was okay. This is. Yeah, it doesn't look like a five-wave move. It looks like a three-wave move, but it could be that five. This is the move at the beginning of the year. So, that's the move up. It looks more like a three-wave than a five-wave. And that's funny that move looks like a three-wave than a five-wave. Secondly, so I'm not sure. So as we're coming down here, the first thing I see that just jumps out at me is this flat right here. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. We got a big flat. Right there. That's what it looks like to me, is a flat. Okay. So because that's a flat, I would anticipate this is, and then what this looks like right here is a leading diagonal. So one, we get in the two wave, we're going to get a 3, 4, 5 like that to finish that out. And that'll give us a boom, boom, boom like that. Maybe. That would be my bias, I would think, just looking at the structures very quickly. A lot of times what I do is, okay, what's my first impression here? What's my first impression? It's really, really hard to understand all that gobbledygook right there. I'll be honest with you. This looks like a flat here. So, in other words, my bias is this is like a 1, 2. Looks like the next move is down regardless. I don't know how far it's got to go, whether it's just an ABC or a 1, 2, 3. So whether it's going to be a 5-wave or a 3-wave down, I can't say. But I would say the wave shape that I would be expecting, based on what I'm seeing here, is this. Now, whether we got let me stop that. Whether we just have a little bit more upside to go, we might have one more hit to the high, possibly on the 12-hour chart. What I'm seeing here is this shape here. Okay, so whether we come up one more time before we go down, I can't say. But overall, long term, for now, or through February, kind of deal. It looks like we're going to be doing this. I'll just be honest with you. This is financial advice, and I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. I don't have a stake in this market, so I'm not spending hours on this. I'm just giving you what I see right away. But I'm telling you, the structures here are very hard because the data is so choppy. It's just so hard to see that. So sorry about Engine, can't do better for you, but my bias is down. So there you go. So I would be trading all of these off of Bitcoin personally. I'd be watching Bitcoin's price and then say, okay, whatever Bitcoin does, that's what these guys are going to be doing for the most part. Bitcoin's going sideways, then watch for the alts to go up. Okay, so when the more Bitcoin goes sideways, the more the alts have a tendency to go up. Nibbler, so kind. Thank you so much. You don't have to do that. You already support me on in Patreon. Please. Well, thank you. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I really do. Okay. Last look on Bitcoin here. Yeah, I'm expecting, even if we get a little bit more hit to the high, I'm expecting to move down. This is all a corrective structure. See here, see this choppy mess here, and then down, choppy mess down. Okay, that's what we're expecting. When you get a choppy mess like that, that's corrective in nature. Okay, so it's corrective against the trend. So just bare minimum structure, guys. You look for impulses. Correction, impulse, okay? So this is some kind of a corrective structure, impulse. And that's a very simplistic way to look at the market like that, guys. So remember, learn to look at the market through impulses and corrections, okay? And so which way the impulse is going? I got an impulse, got a correction, got an impulse, got a correction, impulse, correction, expecting an impulse, okay? That's the simplest way to look at it, guys. Which way are the impulses going? Okay? Which way are the impulses headed? Till they change directions. So we go back here to this one. Which way are the impulses going? Impulse. Correction. Impulse. Correction. Impulse. Correction. Impulse. Reversal. Now they've changed directions. You see that? I mean, it's real simple. So as you learn Elliott wave, that's where you need to begin. Impulses and corrections. Identify the difference between the two. Impulses are straight, whereas corrections are choppy. Okay, it's very simplistic, but that'll get you going at least. Okay, in understanding the market. All right, well, we've had a good morning with you. It's a good hour and some change. So anyway, I've got some things to do. My wife's coming home today after being gone for a week, so I need to get ready. I need to get the house ready before she kills me, okay? All right, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks again for stopping in. Appreciate it. I hope that's all been helpful to you. She's saying I will check out my email and then get back with you in the next video. If there's anything worth live streaming about tonight, we'll do our best to get it to you if there's something worthy. If the market starts moving. But it's Saturday, guys. Go enjoy your day. It's going to be kind of slow and methodical. Probably the moves will happen. It'll go slow and choppy all day long today, and then we'll have a move sometime overnight tonight. Hopefully we get that last down move, and then we get a reversal to the upside tomorrow morning and get a three-wave move. That'd be kind of cool. I hope we get that, but we'll have to wait and see. If you guys came in on the latter half of it, definitely rewind. Gave a lot of Bitcoin TA on the front end, first 30 minutes or so to get you guys prepared for this market. So I hope that was helpful to you. You guys have a great day. We'll see you in the Telegram group. If you're not part of that, I'd invite you to join. I'd love to have you. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.